Of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis advocated heavily for immigrants, refugees, and the poor, and he showed a lighter touch on social issues than previous popes. Tributes for the Holy Father have poured in from around the world, Catholics and non-Catholics alike, honoring his devotion to humanity.
We are also going to have much more of the global reaction to the passing of Pope Francis still ahead tonight.
As the Catholic community here in the Bay Area mourns his death, Fox 13's Evan Axelbank is live for us at Christ the King Catholic Church on South Dale Mabry Highway with more on the life of the 266th Pope. Evan?
Well, Ali, leaders here at Christ the King immediately called the rosary for 9 a.m. when they learned of Pope Francis's passing. Above all, he's being remembered for being humble and urging everyone to care for the poor.
Our Easter joy is mixed with sadness.
Word of Pope Francis's death spread out across Tampa Bay, with the sound of his message spreading among his parishioners.
Like all of us, we have to go before the Lord and give accounting of our lives, and we pray for the Lord's mercy for him as he now stands before his Maker.
The moment Father Len Plazewski heard of the Pope's passing, he brought children from Christ the King's Catholic School to pray the rosary as a reminder of what Francis stood for, that the poor deserve all the help servants of God can muster.
We want to instill in them a sense of hope, even in the midst of sorrow.
The Pope led 1.4 billion Catholics worldwide, with 500,000 of them in Tampa Bay. The diversity of his followers, politically, socially, economically, and geographically, challenged him as he urged Catholics to work against climate change and urged political leaders to welcome immigrants, both in Europe and the United States. The U.S. having a pro-choice Catholic president during his papacy added to the complexity.
As you know, he was not afraid to speak on issues. He wasn't afraid to speak to the press. They understand that everybody would agree with everything that he would always say, but he is the Pope, and so we do look to him for guidance.
The Pope took his guidance from St. Francis of Assisi, who urged Christians to live humbly back in the 1200s. Pope Francis paid his own bills, washed the feet of the poor, and refused to live in the traditional papal apartment. Parishioners gathered at Sacred Heart for a noontime mass in downtown Tampa to pray for the Pope, whose example will be felt on earth for longer than his 88 years.
He was so identifying himself as one of the people that also was in need of forgiveness, and he took that stance as opposed to maybe the condemnation. He was very open, like St. Patrick, you know, I'm a sinner myself and forgiven.
And the Pope is being remembered for telling everybody he met to pray for him. That's just how he was. That's certainly what's happening across Tampa Bay tonight. Ali.
All right, Evan Axelbank live for us tonight. Evan, thank you. And be sure to stay with us as we follow the latest from around the world on the passing of Pope Francis. Ahead at 6:30 tonight, we'll have a report from Fox's Rebecca Castor on how world leaders are responding.
Well, a former